Yeah. If a person is on a standard Western diet and they're looking at trying to alkalize or trying to switch to a healthier diet, there's a number of things that they can do. First of all, they can start minimizing the meals that they're eating unhealthy foods, and so start to reduce the amount of animal products, sugars, refined foods, processed foods, and start replacing them with more salads, for example, and just making these transitions, and then eventually move more and more to that diet. Start buying organic wherever possible. Start looking for organic foods. And start introducing them. It doesn't have to happen on an immediate basis where it's all or nothing. And I know some people do that. And they say, "Well, I'm going to wait until November to do this because I'm going to make sure that I've got all my kitchen stacked and all this." You know, and that's the wrong way to do it. You should be doing it just gradually, just implementing these changes, and then it becomes easier for you to adapt to it, and to educate yourself about what foods are healthy and what are not, and also to then start picking up recipes where you can start then cooking some or preparing raw food versions of some of these really healthy foods that become very easy to eat on a daily basis, and get a good repertoire of all different things that you can have on all 7 days of the week. And when you get to that point, it's very easy to sustain that. I find that a lot of people, they want to go into a healthy diet, but they say, "Well, what am I going to eat?" You know, that's usually the question. That they've got no idea what to do. I offer some suggestions. If you want to go, say, on you even look at a raw food meal, like a raw zucchini pasta. You get zucchini, get an organic zucchini. You put it through a spiralizer, which turns it into something that looks like spaghetti strips. That's just zucchini, and you put that in a bowl. And then you, in a blender, you get 5 tomatoes, a red capsicum, some olive oil, some Italian herbs, some cayenne pepper, a bit of sea salt, maybe a couple of soaked nuts. You put that, blend away, and you've got like a Napolitana sauce just that you can put over the zucchini pasta. And because the zucchini's got a fairly neutral flavour and it absorbs the sauce, it actually tastes pretty close to like a regular pasta. And I've actually given that to a number of people in my work, and they seem to enjoy eating it, you know, and they're on a fairly standard diet. So, and that's something that takes about 5 minutes to do. It's really, really quick. But it's just knowing about these different recipes and knowing how you can make it enjoyable and still as healthy as possible. A lot of people ask me, well, if I was to go on a 100% raw diet, which I'm not on a 100% raw diet, I'd say about 90% of what I'm eating is raw food. Everything that I prepare at home is, and anything I take to work, for example, is raw. But if I was going to a restaurant, I would have like a cooked vegan meal. I would do that, but I don't eat out very often. So mostly what I eat is raw. But in the middle of winter and you're preparing a raw food, a lot of people say, well, that's going to be too cold. Well, firstly, what you find is when you're eating a lot of raw foods, you tend to have a lot more energy from the food anyway, and when you're exercising as well, you tend to find that you're not feeling that cold. But the other secret is that as long as the food is below 42 degrees Celsius, it's still technically raw. You're not destroying the enzymes and most of the nutrition in the food. So you can heat it up just slightly so it doesn't exceed that. That's one thing. But what I do, I never do that, but I never have anything cold straight out of the fridge. I think it's a big mistake to do that. Like I believe it's not really good to overheat anything either. I don't think it's great having something out of the fridge, and so I won't. I'll leave it the ingredients resting out there for a while, and then when I prepare the food, it's already at a room temperature, so it's actually quite pleasant to eat. And I've never had an issue, with the food being too cold. And after a while, you get used to that, and you don't rely on the food warming you up. If you're feeling cold, you either put on a jacket or you turn the heating on or whatever. And when you change that mindset, then you don't look at food for warmth in terms of comfort anymore, and then it kind of liberates you in terms of the options that you have.